Here's a look at your daily market report on this Friday, the 31st day of January. Started to see some Fed cattle trade develop late on Thursday. We'll get to those numbers as well as what happened at the auction barns around the state in just a few moments. Of course, all eyes today are awaiting that cattle inventory report that will be released at about 2 o'clock Central Time this afternoon. Total beef cow numbers, pre-report estimates expected to be down less than 1%. And of course, the other number that we're anxious to get is the heifer number of beef replacements. Pre-report estimates there expecting it to be up just over 1%, which would show just a touch of growth in the industry. But of course, we'll have to wait a few more hours to get those official numbers from USDA. Taking a look at the cattle auctions around the state yesterday, Mid-Missouri stockyards in Phillipsburg, they had 1,243 head. The market there very mixed, from 10 lower to 5 higher. Rains in the area probably affected some of the turnout yesterday, as warmer temperatures and the extra moisture has resulted in some mud. Quality also not quite as impressive as it had been in the previous week. At New Cambria Livestock Market, 1,248 head there. Compared to last week, the steers and heifers stayed $5 lower. Although quality was very good at that auction, it was noted that a couple of the usual buyers weren't in their regular seats, which led to a bit of a lower market this week. At Mocan Livestock Market in Butler, they had 1,052 head. The feeder steers and heifers there stayed at $5 higher, except for some 4.5 to 525 pound heifers that sold 10 to 15 higher. The steers, medium and large ones, 5 to 6 weights at $332 to $369, 6 to 7 weights at $290 to $334, 7 to 8 weights at $264 to $289. Just a few steers weighing 8 to 8.25, $253 to $266. Heifers, medium and large ones, the 5 to 6 weight heifers at $284 to $330, 6 to 7 weights at $256 to $283, 7 to 8 weights at $246 to $256. Joplin Regional Stockyards held their monthly replacement cow sale on Thursday evening. 1,082 head there, a full house with several multiple groups of high-quality bred heifers that highlight the offering. The bred cows, medium and large ones, the 2 to 8-year-old cows, second and third stage, $2,700 to $3,375. Some medium and large ones and twos, they sold from $1,900 to $2,700. The bred heifers, medium and large ones, under 2 years of age, or some 2 to 4-year-olds in the second and third stage, sold from $2,900 to $3,525. Some medium and large ones and twos, they brought $1,800 to $2,800. On Saturday evening, we've got another special replacement cow sale at the Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains. They're expecting to have over 1,000 head there. And then we've got the monthly hay auction at Southwest Missouri Hay Auctions in Golden City. It'll be tomorrow, Saturday, 10 o'clock. They have cut off consignments as their yard is plumb packed full with no more room. So there'll be a lot of hay up for offer there across all of the grades as well as bell type. They'll have a lot of small square bells, a lot of big square bells, and many round bells as well. So there'll be something for anyone that has any interest. Taking a look at the box beef cutout values this morning, choice at $327.56, up 8 cents. Select at $316.25, that's up 35. Those values based on 62 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds, and the choice select spread at $11.31. Negotiated feedlot trade as of the morning report on Friday, 35,000 head of confirmed negotiated sales for the week. In the Southern Plains, their market was playing some catch-up this week. Kansas has reported about 7,500 head, mostly at 208, a few at 209. Texas has reported about 1,800 head, all at 208. Trade in Iowa so far, 9,200 head from 209, with a few all the way up to 212. Dress sales from 325 to 332. In Nebraska, they've seen about 12,000 head so far, 210 to 211 live, and dress sales at 325 to 330. Taking a look at the futures markets this morning on the Mercantile Exchange, live cattle, February 204.70 up 22, April at 201.67 up 17. Feeder cattle, of course, we lost the January contract yesterday. It went off of the board, so the nearby is the March now. It's at 274.97 up 177. April at 274.17 up 185. Lean hogs, February 85.02 up 65. April's down 60 at 91.32. Then on the grain markets, corn contracts at midday, 3.5 to 4 3/4 cent lower. March at 485.5, May at 497. Soybeans are 3 to 4 higher. March at 1048, May 1063. Wheat contracts 4 to 5 cents lower. March at 561.5, May at 574.25. Soybean meal for March down $1.70 a ton at $303 even. Soybean oil for March up 32 cents a hundredweight at $45.30. That's all the information we got for you this morning. Check back in this afternoon as we wrap up the entire week. Have those inventory numbers. The official ones will be out by then, as well as we will get the rest of the negotiated feedlot trade for the week. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your farm news. This is Tony Hancock.